This is the levitation pull trick. For this trick, you want to make sure you're wearing short shorts and that your thigh skin is exposed because you're going to need that to grip onto the pole. And you want to also make sure that you're properly warmed up, particularly your upper back and your shoulders. Here are some of my favorite stretches before I work on this trick. I like doing puppy pose. You can do this on the floor or against the wall. Before we do this trick on the pole, let's go over what our body will be doing. So we're gonna lie down. I like to stay next to my pole for now, just so I have something to hold on to. Legs can be straight. From here, we're gonna practice arching our back. Imagine you have a string attached to your chest, to your sternum, and someone is pulling your chest up towards the ceiling. And try doing this a few times. Also make sure you're not on a yoga mat or anything because you want your head to slide on the ground as you do this. So once you get the idea of your chest lifting off the ground, the next step is to think about your chin tilting back, opening your throat to the ceiling, and looking for the wall behind you. So I can use my pole for now to help pull myself up. Chest goes up, chin goes back, and I try to look for the wall behind me, and then slide my chin into my chest and slowly come down. And try doing that a few times, nice and slow. Lift the chest, tilt your chin back, look for the wall behind you, chin into chest, slowly slide back. And again, chest up, chin back. And every time you do this, you want to try and tilt your head all the way back until maybe the crown of your head is planted on the ground. So I'm gonna lift. I try to not just stop till the back of my head is touching. I want the top part of my head to touch the ground, so it's quite an arch. Looking behind me, okay, see how that feels, and then tuck your chin in. Imagine you're being possessed, but in a sexy way. So essentially, in the levitation, you're gonna be doing this motion with your chest, but at the same time, your butt is going to be lifted off the ground. And in order to hold this position, you're going to have to get the grip in your inner thighs, similar to a sit on the pole. So bring the pole in between your legs, and you're going to take one leg on top of the other. And I want you to just practice squeezing the pole, crushing the pole with your thighs. So one leg is on top of the other, squish the pole. You can have your hands quite low, shoulders back, head goes back. Forwards, and again, lift the leg. So your legs are going to be more in a scissor sit. Shoulders back, head goes back. To get into the levitation position, I like to do it from a straddle. So I'm going to, for now, don't worry about it looking pretty for now. We're just going to go over the levitation trick. I lift my hips up and I bring my butt to the pole. Okay, so I kind of like scooch myself against the pole. Like so. You want to make sure your butt is high off the ground. You don't want this, for example, okay? Like this, there's no way I'm going to be able to lift myself up. So it does require some scooching in. Again, like I said, don't worry about anything looking pretty for now. We'll get to that later. So my tailbone is against the pole. I'm trying to get my butt as high on the pole as possible. From here, I want you to start with the legs open in a straddle. And then from here, you're going to propel your legs forwards and get the grip in your thighs. So I'm holding onto the pole here underneath my butt, and I'm gonna shoot my legs forwards, then get them against the pole and squeeze really tightly. And again, pull myself in, straddle, and then legs go back straight. Make sure your legs are straight when you do this, because if you do this, you're not gonna quite get the grip. You might slide down. We need some force. So when your legs are going back, you need to keep them straight so that you get enough force to lift your chest up. So from this position, again, make sure I can pull myself closer to the pole using my hands. I'm going to bring my legs back, keeping those legs straight. And then once my legs come to the pole, I'm going to close my legs against the pole, one foot on top of the other, and try lifting my chest just a little bit off the ground. So what's happening, I don't know if you can see it from this angle, your legs are going towards the pole, but as soon as they're here, you want to press your legs against the pole like this. I want them to then squish the pole so that I get the grip in my thighs. So they'll go back and then against the pole really tight. So with the force of your legs going back and the grip. At the same time, you're then gonna do that chest motion we did earlier where you lift your chest up. Remember, it helps to imagine someone is yanking a string that's attached to your chest. So chest up, tilt your head back, and we're trying to get the crown of our head, or as close to the crown of our head, on the ground. A nicer way to get into the straddle position in the beginning, instead of scooching your butt up, is starting at the side of the pole like so. I'm gonna have my inside hand on the pole, and I'm gonna go down on my outside shoulder. I'm actually gonna show it to you first from here. My feet are bent in the direction of the pole. I'm gonna go onto my outside shoulder, like so, and then I'm gonna take my top leg over and across. From here, I lift my butt up. I keep moving my top leg. So I keep moving the foot of the top leg. From here, I still have this hand on the pole. I'm gonna pull my tailbone to the pole, start looking up at the ceiling. And if I'm not close enough, I can always pull myself, but my legs are in the right position and my hips are high, so I'm in the correct position here. This is where we want to end up. I'm gonna show you that again. So I would start here, feet pointing towards the pole. I'm sitting on my hip. I'm going to go onto my outside shoulder, close to the pole. So I'm not going far away. I want to stay close. Top leg goes around. I start lifting my hips up, 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 ear to the ground. Once I'm in a straddle, I look up to the ceiling. Keep moving and sliding your heels against the floor or your feet if you're not wearing heels, and then get into your position so both shoulders are on the ground. So one more time. From here, shoulder, top leg, my ear is down, okay? So I'm looking forwards, butt up, open up the legs really wide, keep the top foot, so those, my right in this case, keep it moving, moving, moving. Once I'm somewhere here, I pull myself to the pole and I look up, getting both shoulders grounded. And I'm in my position for my levitation. Make sure you're not flexing your feet like this. It looks kind of, I mean, you do you. This looks kind of cool, I guess, for Halloween. It could look creepy if you're doing like a creepier sort of choreo, but I like to keep my toes pointed. If I were doing it starting here, I'm on my left butt cheek, feet are pointing towards my pole. I want to end up somewhere here, so I'm going to go around. My shoulder comes down. Now I have my back to the audience. I'm still holding the pole with my right hand. My right foot is gonna travel around. I start lifting my hips up. From here, look up at the ceiling and see there's a gap between my tailbone and the pole. I just pull myself in like so. I'm a little bit low, so I bring my hands up and just scooch in a bit, no worries. Okay, so I'm in my starting position for the levitation. I'm holding on with both hands. I'm going to shoot my legs up, lift my chest and tilt my head back. Now for this to work, everything kind of has to happen seamlessly. I can't bring my legs, then my chest, then my chin. It kind of has to happen in a smooth motion. So I'll show you what I mean. First, I'm gonna take my legs back, get the grip, chest, then head. Squeeze the pole in between your thighs, super tight. Then to exit, tuck your chin in, come down onto your shoulders. I can go back into a straddle here and do a backwards roll. I take my left hand, it's the hand further away from your audience, so see this guy behind me. I look at my right foot and I bring my right knee down, release the pole. Okay, once I'm here, I can take both hands down in front of me on the ground, slide my left leg, careful for the pole. And I end up in a goddess pose. That's just one pretty way to exit. You saw as I dropped my legs back, everything happened in a smooth motion. I cannot really do this, where I take my legs back, and then my chest, and then my chin. I mean, I could, but it's so much harder to do, because as you're doing this, you're losing height. So from here, I go legs back, squeeze the pole, chest and head. So once you practice this a few times and you have the crown of your head on the ground and you're squeezing really tight, you can try releasing one hand and then the other. So my crown, the crown of my head is firmly planted on the ground to do this. I'm squeezing the pole super tight in between my legs, and maybe both hands can come off. Careful for your neck here, okay? If it doesn't feel safe, don't release the hands. And I don't know what you can do. You can give yourself a hug. I don't know what you want to do when you're levitating. That's up to you. Then to exit, chin into chest, grab underneath, legs go over. You can even grab your hips here. Wait, I lost my pole. I can grab my hips here. I can do some wavy legs. And then I can do my backwards roll. So I'm looking towards my audience. My left hand, the hand that's further away from my audience, comes above my head. I look at my right foot, I bend my right knee. So it's the knee that's closer to my audience, ear to the ground, hands in front, and slide out in goddess pose. If it's not making sense, go back to this position and really work on practicing this, where you're able to hold this position somewhat comfortably and maybe even like taking the hands off here. I'm only able to do this because I have the crown of my head here on the ground. I don't have the back of my head. If I was like this, it would feel very unstable for my neck to release my hands. So you really need to continuously arch your back and push your chest up towards the ceiling in order to do this motion. Once all of that feels okay, let's try it from the beginning, from here. And I'm gonna show you a different exit you can try, just so you have a cute combo to practice. Pole is to my right, feet are pointing to the right, right hand is on the pole. I'm gonna go onto my left shoulder, going backwards, then right leg around, lifting my butt up, using the hand on the pole to pull my tailbone to the pole, maneuvering myself, okay, that wasn't the smoothest, but maneuvering myself here, holding the pole with two hands. I'm gonna take my legs back, gripping the thighs, chest up, head back, squeeze the pole super tight, and if you're okay to, hands can go up, you can give yourself a hug, you can take the hands to the side. Then tuck your chin in, grab the pole. For this exit, I'm gonna take my right foot, so like closer to the audience, on the other side of the pole, so not in front, but behind. And from here, my left leg is gonna cross over, and my left hand is gonna come to the ground in front of me. So after your levitation, take the legs up, crisscross the legs so that the leg closer to your audience, right leg is behind, left leg drops down, left hand goes in front of you. I'm rolling onto my right shoulder here, ear to the ground, chin up. So don't do this, chin up. From here, I wanna go close to the pole. I have my left elbow down. I can bend my left leg and kind of go into this pretty shape, ear to the ground. I can even straighten that leg to get more of a splitty shape, or here. And then to exit from here, straighten that leg, foot to the ground, slide it back, and just slowly slide down. So from this lying down position, your left leg and your left hand are gonna go over to the front. And when you're here, it's really important you lift your chin up, ear to the ground. You're not tucking your chin into your chest here. Let's do it again. You also want to stay close to the pole the entire time when you're going onto your shoulder. I'm gonna do it a little bit faster. So, here, grab. I can also go into a straddle first, and as I do my straddle, I pull myself in. Then, right foot behind, left leg down, left hand over, bend, arch your back, splitty shape, slide that leg into the pole, drop down nice and slow and controlled, and then lift up. I'm going to show it to you from this angle, so now this wall is my audience. And that was the levitation.